Hello. Hey guys. So tonight's live stream was not planned, but a woman named Linda sent me a message, and she's been making my Nano Traveler's Wallet insert. If you didn't already know, I have patterns for all of the inserts for many sizes, not all of them, but some of them, over at my Craftsy and my Etsy. So I figured I haven't done a video tutorial on how to make one, so I figured I would do one now. And yeah, so I cut out all of my pieces. So of course, if you got the pattern, then you would get all the pieces. And I have two of the main pieces. Two pieces are my zipper pocket. This is a very small insert, so it's a Nano. Nano is actually 3.5 by 2.5 inches, so super tiny. And then it has a zipper, and then it has card slots on one side. So I'm going to work on the card slots first. I have a very large piece. That's not necessary to have a large piece, but of course you would follow the pattern. Oh wait, I'm gonna get on the chat. So if anybody wants to chat, I can read it. Because why not? Oh yeah, come on. All right. Just pull that up. All right, now I can see the chat. So if you guys want to say anything, ask any questions, feel free. I'm just going to do my thing, explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So I have a little zipper. This fabric is J's for Jeep. It's so adorable. It has little Jeeps and like woodland characters on it. Oh, I love it so much. And okay, so I'm just keeping this down here for reference. I'm taking my card slot fabric, lining it up, and then so this piece is going to be folded in half. So I'm only going to bring the card slots to almost halfway, and then I will iron it. I like to have a business card or a credit card. I actually do have a credit card that I usually use, but of course I'm not going to use that on camera. And I use that as reference, so I can just put my card down and then measure. I take my fabric and I fold it up like this, but I think I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Okay. I think I can get up to 3 slots. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because there's going to be a slot here, and then 1, and then 2. This is how I make my card slots. I just use one long piece of fabric and then fold it like an accordion. And then I fold it back, and then I usually, for the next card slot down, I usually do it about 1/4 of an inch, just enough so that when there is a card in there, just the top is peeking so you can grab it with your fingertips. Hi, Abigail, sorry. Hello. Okay, one more card slot. So if you're just joining me, I am making a Nano Traveler's Notebook wallet insert. It's a mouthful. It's funny, I got a traveler's notebook and I got all the inserts and I was like, I am going to be organized this year, 2018. Yeah, it didn't happen. I love it, but I don't know. I'm just not very organized. I'm more of a organized chaos kind of person. Okay, so I have 1, 2, and then I'm just going to chop off the rest. That was very uneven. Okay. So now I'm just going to place that to the side and I will get my sewing machine. If you wanted to have a, what is it called? Pen loop? Yeah, pen loop. You can either take a piece of fabric, fold it like bias tape. So you fold it in and then you fold it again, sew down the one edge, and then you can make a strap sort of. Then you just cut it and then add it. So you have a little, or you can do a shortcut and use, this is called FOE, fold over elastic. And a lot of people put these in their inserts. So there's a little bit of stretch to it. You can make the loop a little bit smaller so that when you do put your pen in it, it will, you know, grip onto it. So I'm going to probably use the fabric just because I think it looks a little nicer. Yeah, of course, I could do anything. I love suggestions, so. I just need something to make. Okay, so I'm gonna get my sewing machine. Hopefully I can get an angle so you guys can see. Oh, okay, I'm not, I have to change my thread color. I need to put my white back in. I literally never use a different color, so this never happens. But I was making a wallet yesterday and I was using, do I know where it is? I was using a star fabric that had like brown stars on it and it just wouldn't look good with white. I don't know where it is. I can do a quick little haul quick. Look at this fabric I just got. So cute. Oh my goodness. The ice creams. My daughter loves it. And then I got this, which if you look closely has Canadian leaves on it. And then I got the star fabric and then I got this one. So I was going to do some American, maybe like a 4th of July tutorial and then Canada Day tutorial. Sewing machines and fabric. If you have a second-hand store, you would be surprised. The second-hand store that I live near has mountains of fabric that, you know, someone passed away and they just have this gigantic stash and they just go drop it off at the Goodwill, or they, we have like a church kind of store, like the church ladies take care of it. And then they a lot of times get a sewing machine in too. So you could always check out those places. Where on earth is my zipper foot? We are live, can you tell? Okay, this is kind of important. Where are you? I thought I saw it when I came down. And now I'm not so sure. Okay, so I guess I'll just have to not use one because I don't know where it is and this is just taking too long. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, I have it. There it is. I already found it. If only I can edit. And also another cheap way, if they don't have fabric, you can always get old bed sheets and practice on those things. If you have old bed sheets of your, like in your closet, you can definitely do that. Okay, so we are going to be working with directional fabric. This fabric, I like to have my zippers at the top going down. So I'm taking, so this is my, see my direction. I'm going to take this, put it at the top. That's my zipper pull at the top of the direction of the fabric. And then take my, this is the lining for the zipper pouch. So we're making a little sandwich, just like that. And then I will sew down that edge. I use my zipper foot to get nice and close to the teeth. Now I need to find my, there it is, okay. So I don't usually use clips. I just kind of get it started and then readjust as I go. Use a nice tight stitch, like a 2.5. All right. So here's how it will look. And then we're going to open it up. And then I'm going to do top stitch along that edge. Just makes it look a little bit more professional, especially if you're gonna possibly sell those. I like to put a longer stitch length just because it looks nicer in my opinion. And when you're sewing it, make sure you tug on your lining for the zipper pocket so you don't end up getting it kind of like snagged by accident. And this is where if you want to use a different color thread, if you want to see the threads, this is a time where you can do that. Like with the star fabric that I used, you know, I wanted the stitches to show up. So that's why I use the what do you call it? thread that matched the stars. Okay, so that's one side. Now we're going to lay it down. We'll take our next piece, laying it on top. Make sure that all your direction is going the same way. And then we'll put the other piece. And we'll do the exact same thing we did before. Sew down this edge close to the teeth and then flip it around and then do a top stitch. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to do that top stitch. Look at that. It almost, it looks like it almost lines up the mountains. That's cute. Okay. Alright, so now we have that. That's okay. I'll see you later. Thanks for joining me. Alright, so now I'm just going to place this aside and we're going to work on the card slots. With the card slots, you can leave them the way they are, but I like to do a top stitch along the edge just to make it look a little bit fancy. So I'm just going to do that. It doesn't do anything. It just looks cute. And I'll do that longer stitch length again. I'll leave a link for this pattern down below if you guys happen to be Nano lovers. If not, I do have patterns for other size traveler's notebooks. Okay, so I'll just put it back the way it was. It's okay, I got this. Alright there. There's lots of threads when you do this, so try to get them out. I love when I accidentally sew in the ends. And then if you feel like you want to iron it again, just to give it a good press. Make sure your slots are nice and straight with each other, parallel. You will notice they are not straight after you put it together, and then you'll be really, really annoyed. Okay. So now we're going to assemble, and we're almost done. you're going to take your little pockets there, push them to the one side, like that. But we're going to keep this one over here first. I'm putting my card slots on the left side. So of course, if you don't want it on the left side, you can do it however you want. This is just the way that I like to do it. If you wanted to flip it, you can. But the reason why it's on the left side is because of the direction, so. I'm going to work with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. It's important to stick with one seam allowance. I think my pattern is all written in 1/4 inch anyways, so if you want to make sure that it comes out the right size. And then when I line it up with this edge, make sure that your card slot isn't getting cut off. So I bring it this part away a 1/4 inch. Because if not, you're just going to make your card slots shallower. Okay, so once you have that placed, then we're just going to take this and then fold it over. We have to kind of pull it up because of the zipper. And the zipper is going to start to stand up, but that's okay. And then we'll get some clips. And then we'll just clip everything into place. And then also with the zipper pocket, just line up all the edges. And as long as your edges are lined up, it's fine. Don't worry about how this looks, because in the end it will all line up. It's just make sure that all these sides are lined up. Okay. When I start to sew my notebook wallets, I do this every single time just so that I can get the base of it sewn. I start here, and then I go down, and then I go across, and I'm going across this way because this is where the stopper is. I'm not going to start on this side first, just because we have to fiddle with this side by pulling the zipper down. So if we have this side sewn first, then I don't have to worry about, you know, this part coming out of place when I go to pull the zipper, because we have to pull it inside so that we don't, you know, cut off the zipper pull. We want to keep the zipper pull, if that makes sense. So we leave a 1 or 2 inch gap. I think probably like a 1.5 inch. Just enough so that we can flip this whole entire thing right side out. Okay. All right. So I'm working with my 1/4 inch. Spin it when I get to the corner, and then when I go over my zipper, I'm going to fold my zipper in half. Hopefully you can see that. And then go straight over it, because I'm using a nylon. So I would really recommend a nylon. Unless you're using a metal one, then you have to make sure that the metal one is smaller, or like that fits perfectly. Which I don't know if they make metal ones this small. Alright, keep going. once you get past your card slots, open up the zipper. And then fold your zipper down. And then you can fly over top of that. Come back. And then we will lock off our stitches. Inspect. Make sure we got all of our fabric in. Then we're gonna snip off our excess zipper if you have any. And if you have any excess fabric, you can do that too. It'll just help reduce the bulk in the corners. I like to miter my corners also. And then I'll flip it right side out and pray that everything worked out. If you don't have your zipper all the way open, you can just do it from inside. Oh, wrong way. This way. Okay. Oh my goodness, how cute is this? So cute. Tiniest little pocket. But if you don't have a lot... Hi! Oh, that's okay. You can watch the replay. I am like literally almost done. How cute is this? And then after you're done that, you're just going to take your inside pocket and then if you care, you can use a matching thread. If not, just fold in your raw edges and then we'll do a top stitch there. And then you're done. This like I'm almost done, so once I'm done, then the it'll just process and then the video will be available to view. Oh my goodness. That wasn't good. Don't you love live? I'm just going to iron it out. Make it a little bit. I'm pretty sure this is probably the best one I've made. So I will have this up at my Etsy shop. So if you guys want it, you can have it. So cute. This is the back of it. And then this is the front. And then, where's my card? Lou, where'd you go? I swear I can't find anything. Oh Oh my goodness, that scared me for a second. It fits perfectly. Oh my goodness. Can you see that? Like that? I know. I'm so impressed. I amaze myself. Still. Maybe times I've done live streams where I go to make something and then I just look like a complete fool and I'm like, I swear to God, I know what I'm doing. I swear. Don't look behind me, okay? I'm so messy, it's not even funny. It's clean though. Isn't that the important thing? It's not dirty. It's clean, it's just messy. Look what I bought the other day. Fusible fleece. 11 yards. I know I'm ridiculous. And then 6 yards of medium weight. And then a bolt of lightweight, because you never can have enough interfacing. Like, you can't have enough. Well, isn't that, they always say, like, when it comes to cooking, like, a messy cook is a good cook. So maybe a messy crafter is a good crafter? Is that? Yeah, so I still have like an hour left before I should go to bed because I'm a mother and I have 2 kids. So, oh, I didn't put a thing on there, a little, what do you call it? What's it called? I didn't put a pen loop. Oh well. Pen loops are overrated. So yeah, I'm gonna go. So I hope that this will explain everything when you go to watch it over, and I use directional fabric just so that, you know, it would help you with that. No problem. This is like the fastest one to make, so didn't take long at all. Yeah, pen loop. This was supposed to be the pen loop. But you'll see. You'll see. All right. I'll see you guys. And if you have any more questions or anything, then, you know, of course, you can email me back. Okay. See you later, Linda. And bye to everyone else. Okay, how do I turn it off?